Good evening, everyone. So, above I have attached some of the contents which is related to the design of factors considered in the flexible pavement design. So, it may be the contact pressure, design life, climatic factors, and the road geometry. So, this is all about the theory part. So, just go through that. You can understand easily the theory part. So in that, one of the important topic, that is ESWL concept, is nothing but equivalent single wheel load. So what do you mean by this equivalent single wheel load? So in order to carry the maximum load under the specified limit, so we are using the dual wheels instead of the single wheel. So you can observe in the figure. So what we are assuming here is the contact pressure, because of both the wheels are assumed to be same. So here you are having the equivalent single load concept based on the dual wheel. You can observe that the two wheels are there having the diameter of 2a. The center to center distance between the wheels are to be considered as S, we can observe here, and D is the clear distance between the walls of the wheels. These wheels are subjected to the load of P as shown in figure. So you can observe here, up to the depth of D by 2, there is no overlapping of the stress distribution. So you can observe, so up to the depth of D by 2, there is no any overlapping of the stress distribution. So if you want to calculate equivalent single wheel load at this depth, that is D by 2, the equivalent single load is exactly equal to the whatever the load applied on the wheels. And if you want to calculate the equivalent single load beyond the depth of 2s, you can observe here beyond the depth of 2s. So if you want to calculate the equivalent single wheel load, it is to be considered as 2p. Suppose if you want to calculate the equivalent single load at a desired depth, say z, it may be 5 centimeter, 10 centimeter, whatever it is the desired depth z. So if you want to calculate the equivalent single wheel load, so we can have the formula. Just observe here, the log ESWL is equal to the log P plus 0.301 log to the base 10 Z divided by D by 2 whole divided by log to the base 10 2s divided by D by 2. This is what the equation. So we are using to calculate the equivalent single wheel load whenever you want to calculate the load at the desired depth Z. So this is what the simple concept of equivalent single wheel load. It is based on some of the assumptions as mentioned here. Equivalency concept based on the equal stress means whatever the stress distribution you can observe from both the wheels are equal, and this contact area is circular, and what is the angle made by these wheels with respect to the horizontal is considered as 45 degree, and the soil is considered as a homogeneous, elastic and isotropic. So based on this assumption, we are calculating the equivalent single wheel load. Here we are having some of the simple problems related to the equivalent single wheel load. So you can see the problems here. So you can observe here, they have given the problem, find the equivalent single wheel load at a depth of 5 cm, 20 cm, 40 cm for a dual wheel carrying the 2044 kg of load. Center to center spacing is given, distance between the walls is given. So you are having the P, S and D values. So you need to find out what is the ESWL value at the different depths, 5 centimeter, 20 centimeter and the 40 centimeter. So you can observe here Z is equal to 40 centimeter is nothing but the twice of the tire spacing. The tire spacing is nothing but S is 20 here and Z is 40. If it is equal to the 2S, we are having equivalent wheel load is equal to 2P, so that we can calculate the equivalent single load 2P, that is the 4088 kg. And for a depth of 5 centimeter, it is less than d by 2, clear, or equal to the d by 2. It's nothing but the total depth of the tire is given. Total depth is total distance between the two tires are 10 centimeter, that is 10 by 2 is 5 centimeter. Therefore whatever the wheel load you are calculating, which is at a depth of d by 2, therefore it is equal to the P itself. And Z is equal to 20 centimeter is nothing but at a desired depth Z you want to calculate the equivalent single wheel load. So we are having the standard formula. P is known, Z is known and d by 2 is known. Just substitute all the values, you are having the equivalent single wheel load. So this is one of the important problem, so you may expect in the examination. And we are having the another problem which is related to the repetition of loads. So we are not having the single repetition of load on the pavement, so we can expect the some of the repeated loads which are acting on the pavement because of the continuous movement of the vehicles. So because of this repetition of the loads, what may be the allowable repetition it can be allowed in the designing of the pavement. So based on that we are having the problem. Just go through the theories what I have attached here. So you may expect the problem it is based on the calculation of design repetitions. So just we can discuss about this calculation of design repetitions. So let us discuss. So what is they have given? Calculate the design repetitions for 20 years period for various wheel loads. They have given the equivalent wheel load as 2268 kg using the traffic survey data. So they have given the particular wheel loads and the percentage of the total traffic value and the daily traffic, that is the average daily traffic is given. So it has been calculated by means of the tabulation, what we can observe here. So just make the tabulation as prescribed here. The average daily traffic in both the direction is given, you just write it, and the percentage of each load is given, is convert into the percentage to the decimal. And for 1 year we are having the 365 days and the total design life they have given as 20 years. And this equivalent load factor you must choose from this table, that is the table 7.1. you are having the equivalent design load factors. So you can choose the equivalent design load factors from here. By multiplying all these columns we will get the design repetitions for an equivalent load of 2268 kg. So by adding all those we will get the total estimation of the repetitions in the two direction. And if you want to calculate the design repetitions for per lane, here they have given the 4-lane road, therefore whatever the value you have obtained is divided by 4 will give you the total design repetitions for per lane of road. So this is what one of the important problem you may expect in the examination. Thank you.